don't waste my time anymore. I just ghost those folks and feel no kinds of way. She took her ex-fiance's dirty drawers and did some kind of hocus pocus spell on them. Have you ever had a family member you loved and respected, and then one day you find out they a whole nother person, like a whole fraud? We can literally fix just about everything about ourselves. He wanted to get to the coins from the very beginning. This is the Ever Airwaves Think podcast, brought to you by Live One Company, where we explore ideas that challenge, comfort, and clarify. I'm Liv, and in every episode, we break down life's complexities with intellect, insight, and a touch of curiosity. All right, we're on air. I was listening to Bill Winston the other day. Yes, shout out to Dr. Bill Winston. He's all the way locked in into the fourth dimension. And if you don't know, please pick up some of his material to learn more and watch some of his content on YouTube, because I've learned so much from him over the years. But while I was getting ready the other morning, I was getting some word in, and then again that night before I went to bed, like I often do. But Dr. Bill Winston said something so profound that got me to thinking. He said that our bodies were made to self-heal. And then he started listing all the ways. And I was like, hold on, wait a minute. And press pause, because I started putting two and two together. Like, what he said really made me think differently about how we can literally fix just about everything about ourselves. But I'm not just talking about like physical healing or spiritual healing, a cut or a bruise or anything like that. I'm talking about every janked up, crazy thing that's been problematic for us in our lives, like for me, for you. And I was just like, wow, like not us having the whole formula this whole time. Like, let's go. Like, let's wrap this up tomorrow. Please get a mop for aisle 3, baby, because we about to clean this all the way up by the end of the business day. Yes, my good sis, let's get into it. Our bodies are incredible. They really self-heal themselves. And you know this. You've had a cut or a bruise before and it bleeds, it turns purple, and then your body like jumps into action mode and it stops hemorrhaging and then replaces you with new skin. I mean, am I right or am I right? If you break a bone, your body creates new bone cells to fix the break. And if your liver gets damaged, it can regrow itself, which is something that I really did not know at all. But for all of you alcoholics and brown liquor chicks, I don't know. Like, I need for you to drink some water, okay? Hashtag water. But seriously, if you catch a cold, your immune system is kicking the door down to build your system all the way back up. So if your body can self-heal itself from the internal to the external, that's really cool, because that's how our bodies were made. That's how we function, right? So surely you can self-heal from like bad situations. And the key is to always work from the inside out. When life hits us, because life be coming swinging sometimes, emotionally, financially, relationally. I mean, life be doing some nasty work. We forget that same self-healing blueprint for our physical wounds are for those things too, to heal us from our bad situations. And if you're dealing with a whole breakup, that emotional distress that comes with that can really do a number on you. And I remember this girl I knew, she took her ex-fiance's dirty drawers, technically boxers, but as I said, dirty drawers, and she took them and did some kind of hocus pocus spell on them. Basically, she did it because he had called off their engagement. She was like no good after that. And she was like all the way torn up for like days and weeks, because he had moved out of their townhouse and everything and left her with 2 small kids. One was a baby, and I think the other one was like 2 or 3 or something like that. And I said, excuse me, ma'am, you did what? I think the heck not, right? So she only had to tell me once, and I did a Homer Simpson reverse walk right out. I backed up into them bushes on her. Like, I was out. I was like, nah, we can't be friends, because I thought she was joking at first, but she really did do that crap. And that had me shook, and it told me everything I needed to know right then and there. It had me thinking about what she's doing to others, other little spells, like, or is she casting stuff on me too? Like, not me. I want no parts. The crazy thing is they ended up getting back together. She got him back, y'all. Her little spell worked. It was given witchcraft. Absolutely not in my book. I do not play that. Get thee away from me, Satan. They got married 6 or 7 months later, and I think they eloped or went to the justice of peace because I know for sure they did not have a wedding, but that ish was wild. And I said, not the spell working, child. The spell on the dirty draws. But I still don't play like that. Away from me, Satan, okay? I did hear that her husband ended up becoming infertile. They already had 2 small children before they had tied the knot, and they actually wanted to expand their family, but won't know Viagra, D-aspartic, or vitamin C, or zinc. It was going to get that thing and working again, okay? I was appalled. I don't fool around with the spirits in the dark world. Get somebody else to do it. So the point I'm trying to make is she could have self-healed, but she was so hurt. She did all those antics to get him back, and she literally did everything but heal from the emotional breakdown she had when he left her. So I can only imagine really, them wanting to grow their family, and now they can't. And I'm really unsure, not even unsure, I'm sure is what I'm trying to say. She eventually was forced to work through those emotions and the healing process required for her consequences of basically of her man's thing not working. Because I really do think that was a result of her little hocus pocus stuff, right? So anyway, a mess, child, a hot mess. We all experience some kind of tension or conflict that arises with having to deal with others and the strain it can put on you. Or even when someone loses their job, like they literally fired them for no reason at all, so they say, but trust me, there's always a reason. But let me get back on track. All of these things that bring you down, you can eventually self-heal from because God made us this way. He gave us the power to be able to do anything in life, and He created us in our human bodies to be like this. And it's quite amazing. So come on, stripes, come on, right? By His stripes, we are healed. Healed with an ED, okay, at the end, meaning past tense, meaning it's already done. The master of the universe is our healer. He's the great I am, and He heals our wounds. And last time I checked, there is no specification or limits on the kind of wounds the King of King empowers us to heal or to be healed, right? So hello, Jeremiah 30:17. So your physical wounds, your emotional wounds, your mental wounds, spiritual wounds, social wounds, financial wounds. Jesus was like, I got you, and did, and it's in you, it's in us. And I'm going to share with you how. If you're in a real situation right now, like you're in a real beef with someone, and let's be clear, it's not a real beef until you're beefing with someone that matters to you, your sister, your best friend, your man, child, and maybe even your mama or daddy. I hope not. All other beef, though, is considered uncooked beef to me. Twitter beef, acquaintance beef, and so on, okay? We dismissing all of the irrelevant petty beef. And we're not wasting energy and being bothered with nonsense and everyday haters and agitators, because no self-healing is required for those type of situations because they are so minuscule. We're not entertaining that because some of y'all really be needing healing from petty beefs, which is weird to me. Right? Let's focus on real situations, because in irrelevant type situations, I don't waste my time anymore. I just ghost those folks and feel no kinds of way. And I'm like, why are we here? This situation or person is not even important to me. Let me focus on self-healing from the real situation or situations, like from my family members showing their whole assets. Assets. I said assets. Or very close people disappointing you. That's where the focus of the self-healing needs to happen. Have you ever had a family member you loved and respected, and then one day you find out they a whole nother person, like a whole fraud, doing some sneaky reckless-ish that no one knew about, but ruins and separates the family? Or how about a close friend that irritated you and pissed you off with their antics? Yeah, so that type of self-healing from that type of stuff is what I'm talking about. But if we think about this differently, go up a level, right? With your thinking, like really go above your current thinking level right now and follow the regular body healing process and stages, which are the 4 R's. We're not playing about the 4 R's because there is no band-aid here. This is like doing the internal work for your self-healing. The first R is to recognize the damage, because your healing can't even start until you're 100 about what's broken. And call a thing. Like if your heart hurts, say that my heart hurts. And, just like you would say if your knee hurts, right? And then the second R is you're going to rest. Now, let me be clear, right? I'm gonna be honest. I think resting may be the hardest thing for me to do because I'm always working or doing something. I'm a busy bee and I need to work on my off switch. I I guess that's how, we sisters are, we just keep going and going. And I think that might be my one flaw in my soft life. So y'all pray for me, okay? But again, you have to rest, because when you're sick, that's the first thing you should be doing. The same goes for your mind and emotions. Remove yourself from the triggers. Stop checking his IG, stop replaying arguments, and give yourself the mental space to say la. And I'll even say this, we have a Selah room in our home. My husband was like, let's name it Selah. So when we need to reflect and have peace and a calm state of mind, or even like meditation or something, then we have this room labeled Selah. So anyway, maybe you might want to name one of your places or quiet spaces Selah. But the third R is repair. Our bodies go into this phase of repairing, like our white blood cells are showing up to fight the infection. So what does that exactly mean for you emotionally? That really means you need positivity, you need reflection, and you need forgiveness. So that's going to be meditating, journaling, and being around positive people that pour into you. So good vibes only. I probably really just messed that up because I was really trying to catch the Halle and Chloe Bailey voice. Yeah. Singing is not my thing, right? I sing solo that you can't hear me. But I know y'all love my singing. Now, all jokes aside, I just want to take a minute and give a shout out to Halle Bailey, our beautiful Black little mermaid and beautiful Black girl songstress with her beautiful baby boy, Halo. I'm pretty sure she's doing exactly what we're talking about right now, which is healing. I'm sure she's on her healing journey just after what has come out in the news recently regarding her baby daddy putting his hands on her. He doesn't even deserve for us to acknowledge his name because he's not worth it. Prayers and shout outs to Halle Bailey. We know you're going to come out strong, girl. Keep your head up, keep fighting, keep healing, and live your best life. Now, let's get to the fourth R, which is to rebuild. And once the damage is cleaned up, you have to emotionally redefine yourself. Like, come on. Redefine yourself. What lesson did you learn from this, my friend? What boundaries are you setting after your heart's been broken, after your man left you, after you got a divorce, when the friendship is over, when people turn their back on you, when people who used to be there are no longer there, when the relationship is over, after you failed the test, after you've been betrayed, after you lost that job, when things went straight down to the bottom pits of hell? Are you internally doing things that reflect externally so you can come back stronger? Think about MJB, the Mary J. Blige. Yes, the queen of hip hop and R&B soul. Miss I Can Love You Better Than She Can and You Are My Everything. Those are my songs. When she and, oh my gosh, what is his name? Oh, Kendu. When they divorced, Lordy, that man was diabolical and getting her money. And I really hated that for her. Like after 12 years of marriage, she found herself heartbroken, betrayed, and financially drained. But low key, you know what? No, not even low key. High key. I think that was his end game all along. He wanted to get to the coins from the very beginning. So anyway, I was doing my whole color purple on that dude. Until you do right by me, everything you think about is going to fail. Grady, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Goodbye. Yes, I'm giving you the full scene, okay? Shout out to Miss Celie, aka Whoopi Goldberg, right? She killed that role. But anyway, funny how we don't hear about Kendu anymore after he got his alimony coins from Mary J. Blige. And I wouldn't be surprised if he blew the money all by now. Who knows? He's probably scratching and surviving with the other woman he was cheating on Mary with. But I really do think he was wrong for that and what he put Mary through. But hey, she leaned into her pain and turned it into art. Hello, Strength of a Woman album. It was her internal self-healing process for healing her wounds. And Mary, she really defined her worth and set boundaries. But let me be very, very clear. We can't do anything without God. So I know God was on her side to help her get through all of that. And look at her now. Like she is blossoming and doing her thing and she's a vibe and thriving. And I really love her music. So I'm happy that she's happy and she's an overcomer of that terrible situation that really emotionally wounded her. But I really think that she took the necessary steps to self-heal, and she probably had external help as well for her healing. Isn't it beautiful how our bodies were designed to self-heal and how we have the tools to heal emotionally through the 4 R's of recognizing the damage, resting, repairing, and rebuilding? I hope all this sinks in and you are able to tap into the superpowers you have from within to actually heal your wounds. Sometimes, we do have to take it a step further and get professional help like therapy so we can get the guidance and help needed to actually lean into the 4 R's to fix everything in our lives. So remember, a little help never hurt anybody. Please take care of your mind, your body, and spirit. You've got everything you need inside you to heal, grow, and glow. So stay soft, ladies, and stay on path. Thanks for listening to the Ever Airwaves Think podcast. If today's episode made you elevate, share it with someone who needs it. Until next time, keep questioning until you have those answers. I'm out.